is good? It's your boy Ty back here with another video. And in this video today, guys, we're gonna be building a 1 million MT squad for you guys today. Now look, guys, I do gotta say, a lot of these cards on this list are pretty expensive because when you get to the top of the top, when you get to that elite level, cards are really expensive, especially for the end game giants. So I couldn't plug in, you know, all of the Taco, Yao, and Sean Bradleys of the world. Like, you got to really kind of pick and choose when it comes down to it. So again, just kind of keep that in the back of your guys' minds. Like, if you're wondering, oh, Ty, why is, you know, let's say I don't put, I don't know, Manute in this video. Well, you guys got to realize Manute is super expensive, and so it's just kind of about who you do prioritize. And we're going to start off prioritizing this guy at their starting point guard position. That guy is Dark Matter Endgame Magic Johnson. Now, Magic Johnson, I do believe, is a level 40 reward, and so, you know, that's kind of probably a part of the reason his price isn't super expensive. But the other reason is, look, he is still really good. Like, he's common, but he's still really good. That's kind of the reason he still is 48,000 MT. He's my personal favorite point guard in my team. He plays great defense. You can trust him on the court to do what you need him to do, right? Defensively, offensively. He can be your primary bundler. He's going to knock down shots. He's my favorite point guard in my team. And honestly, I mean, I prefer him to Giannis and Ben Simmons. I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me on that, but that is the truth behind Magic Johnson in general. At the shooting guard position, another guy that is really common. He is your clutch time offline reward. And even in packs, he is pretty common. When I did my pack opening, I pulled a few of them. That guy is Dark Matter Endgame Paul George. Now, right now, he's what, 24,000 MT. You snipe one, you can maybe get him for like 19,000 MT. And here's what I'm going to do here. You guys don't have to necessarily do what I'm going to do. I'm going to buy a couple of Paul Georges knowing I can get 23.95 for him. So that's just me in my opinion. I'm willing to risk this because Paul George is my favorite shooting guard in the game. That his price can at least get me 23.95. Now, am I making a ton of MT on these? No, but I'm making a little bit here and there. And again, while I'm recording videos, I might as well do it. Paul George, 6'9", very similar to Magic Johnson, 99 everything stat-wise, badge-wise, 64 Hall of Famers, perfect. You can't get much better than this Paul George provides. Good height, good versatility, can be your primary bundler. My favorite shooting guard in my team as it stands right now. At your small forward position, I'm plugging in endgame Kristaps Porzingis. When I did my pack opening, he was by far my best pull. You might be able to get him for 110. You might have to spend a little bit more. It really does depend for Kristaps. I just saw one go for like 160 MT earlier. So again, it just depends on when you get him during that specific time. Now, if you can get him for 110,000 MT, you're getting an absolute steal. And I initially had him down for 120. I initially had him down for 150. I'm going to turn him down to 120,000 MT because I do think you can get him for that. He's 7'3", can play the small forward position. Is he as good as Victor Wembanyama? No. Wemby's obviously longer. Wemby can give you a little bit more. But if you can't get Wemby, because Wemby is what? 340,000 MT. Kristaps Porzingis is your next best option at that small forward position. At the power forward position, I'm plugging in Mr. Big Sean Bradley. 200,000 MT should get the job done for Sean Bradley, maybe a little bit more. He is 7'6". Is his player build, player model as good as Taco or Yao? Probably not, but because he only weighs 235 pounds, his movement is going to be absolutely elite. So there's obviously some pros. There's obviously going to be some cons with Sean Bradley. Like, it's just kind of part of it when you're doing this, right? There's going to be some goods. There's going to be some bads, right? Goods, his movement is going to be really good. The bads, the cons is the fact that, you know, his player build, player model is not the best. So that's, again, just my opinion on Sean Bradley. If you can get him for 200,000 MT, the most budget out of all of the big men in my team. At the center position, I'm plugging in Big Taco for end game. I do believe he's got the best player model in my team, and I think he's probably your best card as it stands right now. Now, right now, I got him down at 350,000 MT. I don't know exactly. You might be able to get him for more. He might be less. It really just depends on some things. But with 64 Hall of Famers, it's hard to beat what Taco is going to provide for you. Good player model, good player build can do a lot on the basketball court for you. And it really just comes down to this. He's a guy you can trust to get you those paint stops, right? If you come up against Minute, you come up against Yao, Taco is going to get those paint stops. So my starting lineup, Magic, Paul George, KP, Sean Bradley, Taco. With Magic and PG, they should basically be your whole offense. And then obviously, you know, with your big group on in the front court, you should just be fine. So total, guys, you're looking right at, at the end of things, I don't know, like 850,000 MT. Like, it's not cheap to get that starting lineup. But again, it is worth it in general. Maybe it's like 750, 800,000 MT. Then we move on to the bench. And in the bench unit, I'm starting point guard endgame LeBron James, who, yes, I know he's decently expensive, more expensive than Magic Johnson. But I do believe he's my second favorite point guard in my team. Over a Giannis, over a Ben Simmons, and he is cheaper. So 82,000 MT, 6'9", 250 pounds. Movement-wise, not going to be as good as a guy like Magic Johnson, okay? But his defense is going to be absolutely elite with that kind of wide player model player build. And again, his versatility, his height on the court is really solid as well. So when I look at LeBron, I feel like there's not too many downsides with the card. Is he as good as Magic Johnson? That's up for you guys to debate, but LeBron James is absolutely elite in my team. At the shooting guard position, we're plugging in Dark Matter Endgame Scottie Pippen, 15,000 MT. Maybe the cheapest guy out there that we've covered so far. Now, we're going to have some cheaper guys coming up here just because we really have to ball on a budget with the bench unit. 14,000 MT, 6'8", 210 pounds, great player model player build. My second favorite shooting guard in my team is the endgame Scottie Pippen. As crazy as it sounds, it's the truth. I absolutely love and adore the card in general. Small forward position, we're plugging in Bull Dark Matter card. Now, again, this is a card that I want to talk about a little bit. Yes, right now, he's what? 15,000? No, he's like 10,000 MT. But if you can find one with like 40 Hall of Famers, that's what I'm really looking at for Bull. Because the difference between a 30 Hall of Fame Bull and one with 37, 39 Hall of Famers is pretty wide, right? Because if you compare, I don't even know what Bobo I have on this account, but let's just for the sake of the argument, right? My Bobo is pretty elite. But if you can get one with 39 Hall of Famers with a diamond shoe, you're saving yourself some MT. You're getting some value out of Bobo. Bobo is 7'2". His stats, his badges, they're never going to look the best. They're never going to be the best. But you can get one that is a little juiced, a little souped. That is where the value for Bobo really comes in handy. He's a guy you can trust to knock down shots, play lanes, play good defense, and get you that occasional paint stop. The cheapest card on my list, but a card I absolutely do love. And again, one thing I'd recommend, try to get one for cheap that does have a few extra Hall of Fame badges in general. Power forward position, we're plugging in Mr. Dark Matter Endgame Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Yes, Wilt could go here, Hakeem could go here, D-Rob could go here. I do think Kareem is just a little better than all of those guys. And for less than 80,000 MT, tough to beat. 7'2", 225 pounds, movement-wise good. Stat badge-wise, obviously he's going to be perfect. Is he going to be as tall as Yao? No. Is he going to be what Manute could be here? No. But again, when you spend that much MT with your starting lineup, your bench unit is really going to have to ball on a budget. And let's say you can't even afford a guy like Sean Bradley or Taco, Kareem is about as good as you are going to get for that specific price. So that's kind of why I'm plugging in Kareem here. 7'2", decent movement, can get you that occasional paint stop, and just a card that I personally wouldn't mind picking up for my no money spent squad series. Again, hopefully I can get him for free eventually, but just something to look at for you guys. 76,000 MT is going to be tough to beat. And last but certainly not least, guys, at the center position, this should be no surprise to you guys. Dark Matter George Mirasan. The other day, Mirasan was what, like less than 20,000 MT. Obviously, at this stage, guys, he is a little more expensive. What are you paying? More than 30,000 for Mirasan. That just shows how good he is. But, I mean, again, he is the closest thing to like an endgame Invincible giant for 30,000 MT. When I get a Hall of Fame badge at this stage, it's got to go on Mirasan. So, like, I just got half range. I don't know if he can even get range, but if he can, I need to put it on him. I think he already comes with Hall of Fame range. But any extra Hall of Famers that you guys have that he can use, I would definitely give to Mr. Mirasan. I gotta say, outside of like the Invincible Manute, outside of all the end games, Mirasan's gonna be your best option. Can shoot, can play lanes, can play good defense. overall should be in your lineup. Another option, Dark Matter Yao. He's really solid, but again, not as good as Mirsan. That's gonna wrap it up for our video today, guys. Hopefully each and every you guys did enjoy it. Drop a like on the video, subscribe if you are new, and as always, man, I love you guys, and have a blessed day.